being loose and just running for their freedom. You know, that's the hardest thing of getting dogs. You know, once they have their own yard, you know, you get little problems when you're then trying to walk them on a leash. And as you can see, she's going to be a left side dog. But this is a good example. Oop. Let her poop. Sorry, buddy. Alright, so this is a prime example. I'm running around picking up poop now. This is going to be a prime example. You can't let, especially when they're a little pup, that's the perfect time to try to break the habit and get them to realize what's the rules on leash are. Because once they get bigger, you know, if she was doing what she was doing just a minute ago, and she's 50 pounds, and you are not my size at 240, then see, this is getting them to walk. They're in a want to grab every stone rule, right? Stone thing going on right now. So, see, she's running for more stones. So, one of the things we got to do is get the see? She's not You want to make sure that you're not yanking and pulling and snapping her hard. All right, they're still little pups. All right, so on this next time when she runs, I'll show you my hand and how much correction I'm actually putting in, because you don't want to be violent. You don't want to like yank at them. That's not the point. The point is just to give them just a little bit of pressure. A lot of it is them pulling against themselves, right there. That's all the correction you're going to get. That little bit of a wrist twitch, especially on a very tiny dog. There's no reason to do a big yanking pull. Come on. Come on. I mean, think about it. Especially for a pup coming off of a good place, you know, where they were able to run with their litter mates and no real rules, because, you know, they're puppies. As you're trying to get the rules in, it's going to be a little bit harder. Strangely enough, the dogs that have the better life are harder to get them to stop this. Hold on, because their collar's getting in her face. All right, get that turned from you, buddy. All right, so come on. There you go. All right, so it gets a little bit because they had that wonderful, beautiful freedom to be puppies and run around and enjoy themselves on the ranch or wherever they might have been at if they were bred well and at a good place. Then getting them to understand the rules of being out in public and being on a leash, you know, it's a little bit harder. Because, let's be honest, it's a little bit harder for all of us when we're kids and before we start going into school. Kindergarten sucks just because there's more rules than there ever were before at your house when you get to just play. So you just kind of have to set the rules up from the beginning when you can still make them gentle like this. Later, later they won't be able to. It'll be harder. Right now, they're got all the kids. Yeah, she's a good girl. Come on, but she's come on, right now, feel like the bad guy because can't let the puppy play with the kids. But you know, you gotta do your training time. Yes, you gotta do your training time. So come on. So if you notice, I'm still leaving her more than enough lead so that she can kind of meander off and do not necessarily the horribly wrong thing, just not what I'm looking for her to do right now. Come on. Come on. And just like one of the things that I understand, but a lot of people, especially when they have rescues, is they don't want to do like this little tug. See, I was just trying to slinky speed. I know it's seems kind of cruel, puppy that's just trying to learn, trying to get at everything. But just like you wouldn't let your kid pick up everything off the ground, you gotta teach your puppy not to pick up everything off the ground either. Ah, ah, just because it looks entertaining. Ah, come on. Ah, come on. Ah, come on. Ah, ah, ah. So you got to see one dog that is very willing today, and the other one who is in a ridiculously testy mood and extremely exploratory. So the same goal is still, you gotta only do what you're willing to do, patience wise. Good girl. That's a good girl. You did nice paws. You do good girls. You do good. These are good girls. These are good girls. So another thing I always recommend is don't pet the dogs when they're standing up, because even though they're a puppy and it's not that big a deal, if they jump up when they're small and you don't mind it and you don't stop them, then when they get bigger, it's harder to stop them. Right? So I hope you guys enjoyed the videos today. So have a blessed day, and God willing, I'll see you guys tomorrow.